Real Madrid have already spent big this summer, so why are so many people saying they're still missing something? Could one player be the difference between Jose Mourinho's squad being title contenders and becoming a team that's almost impossible to stop? When you look at Real Madrid's current roster, it's hard to find any obvious weaknesses. Every position is filled with world-class talent, and the arrival of 4 new signings has made Mourinho's squad look even more intimidating. On top of that, the ongoing rumors linking Rodri and Michael Olise to Madrid have made this project even more exciting to talk about. But I think there's a much bigger reason why Rodri's name keeps being connected with Real Madrid. After looking at the way this squad is built, I can see several reasons why this transfer actually makes perfect sense. So, in today's video, I'm going to break down the rumors surrounding Rodri's potential move to Madrid and what could happen if the deal actually goes through. Let's get started. Rodri is the missing brain in Real Madrid's midfield. When I look at Real Madrid's midfield, the individual quality is incredible. Jude Bellingham is outstanding at driving the ball forward. Federico Valverde seems to have endless energy. Aurelien Tchouameni and Eduardo Camavinga excel in defensive duels and transitional play, but none of them naturally controls the rhythm of a match the way Rodri does. The Spanish midfielder has a rare ability to dictate when his team should speed up the game and when it needs to slow things down. That's exactly what made Manchester City so composed under pressure for so many years. Even when opponents pressed aggressively, Rodri always seemed to know how to regain control of the match. But Rodri is much more than just a defensive midfielder. He's the player who almost always starts the attack. When Spain won the 2026 FIFA World Cup, his role was crucial in maintaining the team's balance throughout the tournament. Mourinho has always loved players who can read the game 2 or 3 steps ahead of everyone else. With Rodri anchoring the midfield, Bellingham would have far more freedom to attack, Valverde could make more penetrating runs into the final third, and Bernardo Silva would be able to operate between the lines without constantly dropping deep to help build attacks. In my opinion, that kind of balance would make Real Madrid's midfield significantly more complete than it was last season. Mourinho finally gets the perfect midfielder for his system. I've always believed that Jose Mourinho has never built his teams around star names alone. He builds structure. When he won the Champions League with Inter Milan, he had Esteban Cambiasso. At Chelsea, it was Claude Makelele. During his first spell at Real Madrid, Xabi Alonso became the heartbeat of the team. All of those midfielders shared the same qualities: tactical discipline, outstanding positional awareness, and the intelligence to keep the team organized. Rodri possesses every one of those traits and arguably offers even better ball distribution for the modern game. What's even more important is that Rodri is already used to performing under enormous pressure with both Manchester City and the Spanish national team. He stays calm even when surrounded by 3 or 4 opponents. His ability to receive the ball in tight spaces means Real Madrid wouldn't have to rely on long balls every time they're pressed high up the pitch. Mourinho has always been considered more pragmatic than Pep Guardiola, but a player like Rodri would actually give Madrid the freedom to play in multiple ways. They could defend in a compact low block before launching devastating counterattacks, or they could dominate possession whenever the match demands it. That kind of tactical flexibility could become one of Real Madrid's biggest weapons in the UEFA Champions League. Rodri would make Madrid's new signings even better. In my opinion, the biggest reason Rodri would be such a perfect fit for Real Madrid isn't just because of his individual quality, it's because he would make everyone around him better. Ibrahima Konate would feel more comfortable holding a higher defensive line with Rodri protecting the space in front of him. Marc Cucurella and Denzel Dumfries could push forward with far more confidence, knowing there's a world-class holding midfielder covering behind them. Even Bernardo Silva, one of football's most creative playmakers, would enjoy greater freedom because he wouldn't need to constantly drop deep to help move the ball out from the back. I also think Rodri's relationships with several Spanish internationals would help this new-look squad settle much faster. He's spent years playing alongside Cucurella with Spain, understands the personalities inside the dressing room, and has developed into a natural leader. Mourinho has always loved players who act like an extension of the coaching staff on the pitch, and Rodri fits that description perfectly. His arrival wouldn't simply strengthen one position, it would improve the entire defensive structure and make Madrid's midfield function far more efficiently. These are the kinds of signings whose impact doesn't always show up in goals or assists, but becomes obvious over the course of a long season through the way the entire team performs. Madrid would become more dangerous in every phase of the game. Most people think of Rodri as a defensive midfielder, but his impact goes far beyond that. He can score from long range, dominate aerial duels, and has a habit of delivering in the biggest moments. During his time at Manchester City, he repeatedly stepped up in crucial matches and often proved to be the difference maker. On top of that, his exceptional range of passing allows him to launch attacks instantly, finding the pace of Vinicius Jr. or Kylian Mbappe with one perfectly weighted vertical pass. In Mourinho's system, transition is everything. The faster the ball is won back and played forward, the greater the chance of creating a goal-scoring opportunity. Rodri is one of the best midfielders in the world at recovering possession and moving the ball with just 1 or 2 touches. That means players like Mbappe and Vinicius would receive the ball in far more dangerous positions with space to attack at full speed. That's exactly why I believe Real Madrid's attacking numbers would improve significantly if Rodri really joins the club. Rodri could be the final piece of Madrid's new dynasty. Looking at the direction of this squad, I feel Mourinho is building a very different version of Real Madrid from the ones we've seen before. He's already brought in Bernardo Silva to add creativity in midfield, Ibrahima Konate to become the new leader at the heart of the defense, Marc Cucurella to strengthen the left side, and Denzel Dumfries to provide power and attacking threat on the right. Every one of those players shares the same qualities: hard work, tactical discipline, and physical intensity. But in my opinion, all of those pieces still need one central figure to tie everything together. That's where Rodri comes in. He would be the foundation that connects every part of Mourinho's system and gives the entire team its balance. What makes this project even more intriguing is the growing speculation surrounding Michael Olise. Several reports claim Mourinho is a huge admirer of the Bayern Munich winger because of his creativity, one-on-one ability, and outstanding vision. There have even been rumors that Real Madrid have continued monitoring his situation after the 2026 FIFA World Cup, although Bayern remained determined not to sell him. Other reports suggest that signing Olise would be far more complicated than signing Rodri, and that no formal negotiations have taken place so far. But if Rodri and Olise were ever to arrive as part of the same project, I don't think Mourinho would simply be building another championship contender. I think he'd be creating the next great Real Madrid era, a team built on balance, creativity, and ruthless efficiency, all working together in a system that would be incredibly difficult to stop. Modern football is no longer just about having the best striker or the strongest defenders. The teams that truly control matches usually have one player who connects every part of the pitch. To me, Rodri is that player. Under Jose Mourinho, he wouldn't just be another defensive midfielder, he would become the foundation that allows Real Madrid's entire system to function at its highest level. What do you think? If Rodri really joins Real Madrid this season, would Los Blancos become the most feared team in Europe once again? Or is there still another position Mourinho needs to strengthen? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth football analysis.